Today's show is brought to you by Even Keel Fish Shack.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim flam sauce with the awesome fave, with shafafa on the side.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Another day, another road show, and today we ventured all the way up parts north, Delray Beach, one of the places that I'm very familiar with lately, and we're at Burt and Max's, another fine establishment owned by the legendary Burt Rappaport Restaurant Group. We are happy to be here at Burt and Max's. Fabulous day. Pretty easy to find right off the turnpike.
Very easy, yes.
West Atlantic Boulevard
You
or
make a left,
Atlantic
you make a right,
Avenue.
and you're there. Yeah.
Get off the turnpike right there. The Delray Marketplace. It's called, not to be confused with Delray Market, which is now kind of closed.
Oh, geez. I mean, you're on cue, Michael.
Look at this.
You don't see what's happening behind you.
Here we go. Oh, look at that. That is right on cue.
Look at that.
We are here, and just happens to be the day that they're launching some new summer menu items. So,
God,
of
look at
course,
this stuff.
Mike
Wow.
Mayo, it's Lunchbox. We sniff out all the new items, and it looks like Chef John is here, and he's going to hit us with all the items. Look at this. The whole left side of the menu,
I got
once
my
again.
Brussels sprouts, see?
Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
That is Defoe's favorite. And
Those look phenomenal.
We've got our cocktails. I've got my mocktail because I've got my lovely
Are you going to do that in one bite,
Natalia.
that burger?
That's the farmhouse burger. You know what, Chef John, you got a couple minutes? Come on, sit down. Welcome to the Lunchbox.
By the way,
you
you can sense with the musical connections with Burt Rappaport, you can sense his whole vibe here with the pictures they have.
Oh, yeah. You know,
the
he's
theme
a
of
guy.
the restaurant.
He's
fantastic.
a cool cat, and I understand Burt is back in town after his little summer sojourn up to the
What was he, in the Hamptons?
I think. Yeah, why not? I would love to. Oh, let's get you with the microphone and right up on the mouth. Okay. Does it work? Say hello.
Hello.
Hello. Well, welcome to the Lunchbox, Chef John.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you for preparing this.
Smells great,
spread.
looks great. I would imagine once we dive into it, tastes great. What do we have here?
We got one of our new menu items for the summer menu, and then we have a couple of our signature dishes as well. Let me start with one of your personal favorites.
Well, before I get into the nitty gritty, just a little couple of basics here that. You've been the chef, I guess, here for a little while, but you've worked for Rappaport's in other capacities. And just tell us a little bit about Burt and Max's overall. Just it's kind of a cool lunch and dinner vibe place, right?
It is, yeah. We got that, that American style pub bistro kind of feel to us. I got, the farmhouse setting with all the beautiful wood. And like you mentioned, the pictures, you can tell Burt's signature on the place all over. And, we just strive for being your local neighborhood spot where you can come in and relax, have great food at an awesome value with wonderful service. And
it's been here for a while,
staff.
very popular among the West Delray crowd. There's a lot of, obviously, housing developments around here, and it's been a pretty popular stop. And, we'll talk more with the GM, Steve, who's a friend of Defo and Lubie's, actually through other
Also known as Buddha.
Also known as Buddha, yes. Yeah. He's got a signature pizza on the menu as well, Buddha.
We'll ask him about that. All right. Meanwhile, so now let us see. What do we have in front of us here? And I smell it.
All right. Let's start at the appetizers here. We got our signature roasted Brussels sprout dish. Pepper.
It looks phenomenal. I judge a restaurant by their Brussels sprouts if they have it on the menu. This may be the peak of it all right here.
It's got to be a nice crispy sprout, fresh jalapeno or house-made pepper jam.
Zip. Yeah,
wow.
Nice. Some diced pancetta in there, finished with a goat cheese, a crumbled goat cheese on top.
One of your favorites, the goat cheese.
Yeah,
the go-to cheese for him.
It is.
Yeah.
It's mild and it's actually
our newest
healthy.
appetizer on the menu here, the crab cake. Now, I grew up on the Chesapeake Bay. I'm from Baltimore.
Yeah.
I spent 25 years in the city, refining my craft, if you will. So these are recipes I've been working on for over 2 decades.
Wow. Sweet.
Nice.
Now, so Maryland-style crab cake, Old Bay aioli, a black bean and corn relish, a little bit of arugula, fresh lemon on top just to set it up, liven up the dish a little bit.
Looks scrumptious, really does.
It's fantastic. We ran these as specials last night, and they were all very well received. Chicken and shrimp quesadilla.
Ooh, that's a
if you will.
That's a lovely
That
combo.
looks phenomenal.
Yeah, so
Chicken and shrimp is always nice. Yeah.
Diced grilled chicken, red onion, shrimp, bacon bits, jack cheese. That is a whole wheat tortilla as opposed to a flour tortilla.
Okay. Yeah,
Very
it looks
nice,
a little
very
bit
nice.
on
Fish.
the darker side, and that's, I guess, more fiber, healthier. All good. Yes.
Yeah, a little healthier. Finished with an avocado ranch and our house-made charred tomato salsa. We make in-house almost daily.
That sounds great.
Almost daily.
Nice. Okay, and then we have
our shaved prime rib sandwich here.
Somebody was looking for a prime rib sandwich on Let's Eat South Florida, weren't they? Saying, hey, where can I go in the Boca
They were
Delray
looking
area?
up in the
Here
Palm
it is.
Beach County area, so we're going to have to put this one on the list. I didn't realize. So this is a new item, right?
It is a new item, yes. You have to come to West Delray to get that now.
So it's a shaved prime rib. Did they use Gillette or Schick on the prime rib before they cut it up?
It's more
Gillette.
Sorbino style, right out of Goodfellas.
Nice thin shave, and that is a garlic hoagie toast. It's kind of like we make a nice garlic bread, and then we build a sandwich around that. House-made au jus, I make myself daily.
I'm gonna grab a fry just because they're looking all extra crunchy, and you
Swiss
know me.
cheese, caramelized onions, kind of finish it off. Now again, our diners can have their choice of side. We're not married to any of these sides, so they can have whatever they want. To me, a sandwich just eats better with fries.
Yeah,
you just gotta have fries with a sandwich.
Some good choices there you've made. Now we have the challenge, and I don't know if you're up to it today, Michael, because you're in front of your daughter, and it would be embarrassing to see you try to chomp that down. This burger, describe that to us, the farmer's burger.
The farmhouse, our signature 8-ounce prime beef blend. House-made barbecue sauce. Again, now we're Scratch Kitchen, so we make all of our stuff in-house daily. I got a small prep army in the back every day, making sure they can produce all these items up to our spec.
Do you think that he can eat that with one bite? Not the whole thing, but can he get his entire mouth around it if I
squished it down?
I have yet to see that.
All right, well, the challenge is on.
We're going to wait until the end of the show to do that because we don't want any...
we don't want people to miss it. They tuned out. They had to go pick up the kids from school or something.
We're gonna have to
we don't want anybody harmed.
And,
my daughter Natalia is here watching
but she's
us
not
do
looking.
the show. She has no interest in us at all. Yeah.
So that's an over medium egg, 2 thick sliced applewood smoked bacon.
I think you have to do it, Mike. I really
not
do.
Just yet. We're
and
gonna
then
get there.
Our crispy fried onions, buttermilk marinated crispy onions.
Is the big seller? Is that the farmhouse?
It is one of our biggest sellers.
And you also have basic burgers here where you can adjust it in any way.
How do people attack it, though? Do they take it apart, or they really?
Usually they dissect it. Yeah. They usually dissect. That's a knife and fork kind of sandwich.
The doctors who come in, they're pretty good at this. Yeah.
Not too many people dive in with that.
You're looking at Joey Chestnut the second right here, so I think we can have that.
And then a challah bun. We use a local bakery, Cusano's. They bake all of our bread fresh daily, so we get the finest of all ingredients.
This is high-end stuff, Mike Mayo. What do you think? Unbelievable.
We try to locally source all of our ingredients where we can. We deal with local cattle farms. Cheney Brothers is a big one for us. That's another small, well, not small, but a local business as well. Right. So we try to keep it, in South Florida.
Nice. And then what else we got? Is that a lobster roll?
That's a shrimp roll. That's our version of the lobster roll, but with shrimp. It's a base style shrimp salad. Again, that's a recipe I've been perfecting for over 2 decades. You got your Old Bay, a little apple cider vinegar, sugar, mayonnaise, celery, onion on a lobster challah bun. Again, from our local bakery. And then we get bread delivery 6 days a week, so our bread's always super fresh and
beautiful
and made locally.
And did we hit this? Did I miss that?
We have
noticed that the last thing we got to was the salad.
Somehow does
that come as a surprise?
We went through all the tastier choices first. Now the salad's delicious.
No,
on the healthy side.
This time of year, I need a few salads. Let's face it, and it looks delicious.
So it's our Thai grilled chicken salad. So we got a spinach and arugula blend. Our Asian slaw, Napa cabbage, carrots, snow peas, red bell peppers. We have some shelled edamame beans in there as well. Our house grilled chicken, topped off with a crispy wonton strips, and that is tossed in a sesame vinaigrette.
Excellent.
I think you brought out enough food. I really do.
This is one of our sous chef's creation. Chef Laura, this is her. She owned this dish from from start to finish. I always encourage my chefs to be creative and do their own thing.
Oh, nice. And it goes really well with all the cocktail program here. I got a mocktail today, believe it or not, because I've been driving some distances. And the mocktail, I got this watermelon cooler, I think. And it's got
That's
mint
one of my
and
personal favorites.
watermelon
as well.
and a little Sierra Mist. Oh, my. That is
What do you think?
refreshing. That's
Yeah?
good. And I just had a bite. Crab cake, very nice. Like you said, the flavor, I do definitely pick up the Old Bay, and that gives that really nice Chesapeake flavor.
I'm a big fan.
And the Brussels are great. I love the little pancetta in there. You give me some little crispy bits of pork, and I'm a happy fat man. So that makes me a happy fat man right now. And I'm going to go dive in right now. And I know you got to get back to the kitchen.
Yep, you guys do
And
your
you get
thing.
a
Again,
good
thanks again
lunch
for coming
rush.
in.
But I am going to conclude with a bite of the new shaved prime rib, and I'll give you the instant
All right.
critique. I'm not going to shove the whole thing in my mouth. I promise. Because I'm going to try.
No, that's not even a challenge for you. What are you talking
later
about?
on, I'm going to try
when you're ready to tackle that, I want to come back
I'm
and
going to
see
lift
it.
the whole thing. I'm not going to have Lubie start cutting it in quarters.
No,
I'm just going to
that's all you.
smush it down, and I'm going to get my whole mouth around it.
You
We'll
gotta
see
get
how
that
much I
egg
can
yolk
take.
I don't
covering
think
the
you
whole
can do
thing
it.
to
But
really
that's
set it
later
off.
in the show. All
Yeah, I
right,
don't
here we
believe you
go.
can do
The shaved prime rib sandwich with the you said cheddar. It's
Swiss cheese.
Is Mike Mayo
Caramelized
shaved
onions.
prime rib Swiss? The people that were looking for a prime rib sandwich on Let's Eat South Florida, it's right here at Burt and Max's. And it looks like it's getting the thumbs up from the Gambling Gourmet, which is not an
Absolutely
easy thing to
delicious.
do.
the caramelized onions give it the sweetness.
Nothing
You
like
got
it. Yeah.
the nice meltiness of the Swiss, and of course, good.
Is meltiness
Yeah,
critics' term?
that's a word.
Meltiness?
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
all right.
I use it all the time myself.
And that
yeah.
garlic toast
Yeah.
and the nice, quality shaved prime rib, delicious sandwich. Well done,
Can't
chef.
go wrong with that.
Wow.
Thank you so much, gentlemen.
Thanks.
We do appreciate you
Great
coming
job.
in. It was
Wow.
my
Thank
pleasure.
you.
We won't be
But-
strangers. We'll be seeing you again, I'm
Okay.
sure, down the road.
I look
And,
forward to it.
Thank you for gracing us during the lunchbox and all the tremendous food.
Fall
and,
menu coming soon.
And that's going to be around the corner. Let's not rush summertime. We're still easing into the lazy days of summer, and you can get all this great stuff here at Burt and Max's
Fantastic.
in the Delray Marketplace complex. It's just west of the Turnpike off the Atlantic Avenue entrance. Really great spot.
Very well said.
well
Thank
done,
you,
chef.
gentlemen. I appreciate it. I'm going to get
Great
back to
job.
work.
All right.
You
Thank you
guys
so
have any
much.
questions?
Thanks a
Come
lot.
back. You know where I'll be.
No, it's all good.
Mm.
Unbelievable. Well,
Well-
what's your favorite so far, Mike Mayo?
I've
You really
had-
haven't gotten into a lot of it yet. I
No,
mean,
I've
you
only
still
had
have a long
3
way to
things,
go.
so it's a little early for the favorite bite. But right now, I am digging that prime rib sandwich. Hey,
Crab cake's right on the
welcome
money.
back to Lubie, Mike Lubie Lubitz.
Hello.
How are you doing today, sir?
Hello.
He's good. You know what? Let's take our first break.
Works for me.
I'm going to, because then we're going to be back with Buddha, who's the general
Oh,
manager.
yeah,
here,
you have to
Steve
size
Mann.
that up. Keep sizing it up.
And I'll dive into different bites
Can
during
you not
the
ruin
first
it?
break.
Is there a way you can take a bite of that and I can still try some of that burger? That's the only reason I cut it is not because
Maybe they'll make
classy.
you another one. Maybe
I
I'll
just like trying the food too.
I think we have to sacrifice the burger for the
we-
show.
if you don't care about the burger, I want some.
We'll order you another burger. My daughter might split that one with you. Hey, want to just get into Dine Out Lauderdale coming up
Yes.
August 1st through 31st.
Talking about eating.
It's going to be a veritable feast, a movable feast, because you could go around to dozens, scores, actually over 100 places are going to be signed up participating this year. And if you have a restaurant, work at a restaurant, your place can also get involved. All you got to do is go to dineoutlauderdale.com. It is not too late to register for being part of it, and there's no fee, no registration
that.
fee for the
Wow.
restaurants. It's
I love that.
basically free marketing and publicity for your restaurant during these, kind of leaner summer season, and that's all done by Visit Lauderdale and the great folks there at the Visit Lauderdale Greater Convention and Visitors Bureau. They want to help out the local establishments, and they want to get your specials out to the public. So go online, dineoutlauderdale.com, register if you want. And if you're an eater like me, you could start planning ahead and see all the great spots that they are going to be taking part this year. Places like Even Keel Fish Shack, our friends up in Lauderdale by the Sea, and Aruba Beach Cafe. Cooking the Cork in Coral Springs near Lubie's hometown. They're
Yes,
going to be
sir.
part of it. All kinds of great spots. I think even I think I saw that some of the places at the Hard Rock, which has become my new hangout, I think Abiaka is on the list. And that's kind of like the more upscale fine dining that's off to the side of the big complex. It's overlooking in its own building, and it overlooks the guitar and the pool. It's a really cool place, and they got some great dishes. They're going to be on board. Again, August 1st through 31st, scores of places are, and it's not just the fine dining fancy places with the multi-course deals that are like $45 or $55, but even places like Jackson's Ice Cream Parlor, where a certain person works. But Linda,
I hear she's running the place now.
Nah, Linda, the owner, is she's there, and she's on board with having that special Sunday that they're creating for the Dine Out Lauderdale promotion. Again, August 1st through 31st. Check it out online, dineoutlauderdale.com, and it's going to be a fun month.
Sounds good. Mike Mayo. All right, the Mike Mayo Challenge is on today, and I'm not sure that you can do it. I don't know. It's like we were hoping Louis Arise could get a hit last night in the All-Star game, but I'm not sure that you can match that by downing that burger. The top bun, I think, is going to be your undoing.
I think it's going to be the onion rings, the crisps.
And it could be the egg.
Could be that bacon.
That
looks like pretty hefty slabs of bacon there. That could be my undoing,
too. It sure looks great. That's
or maybe the lettuce.
All right, we'll see. There are a lot of challenges on the horizon here from Burt and Max's in beautiful Delray Beach, the best of Delray. Where's Dickstein when you need him? And we'll be back with more in a moment.
Mayo here for Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. Since 1951, family owned for over 70 years, the home of freshness. I've been a customer for over 3 decades, and it's the place to go for poultry, steaks, meats, and of course, their unbelievable selection of fish and seafood. They've got it all. Key West pink shrimp, grouper, snapper, lobster, and of course, Florida stone crab claws of all sizes. Don't forget their famous fish dip and a full selection of prepared foods. It's located at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, just across from the Seminole Classic Casino. Owner Doug Carter and crew will take great care of you. Make sure to check out their weekly specials and daily catch online at DelawareChicken.com. Quality, value, freshness, that's the Delaware way. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. Do you like pizza? Who doesn't like pizza? Well, my spot for pizza is the Pizza Spot. It's in that little bit hard to find Riverside Park neighborhood of Fort Lauderdale, but it's totally easy to love. It's at 601 Southwest 12th Avenue, New Haven style a pizza from Wade and Reese. It's a lovely outdoor spot. You could also pick up pies to go at 754-779-7788, 754-779-7788. Again, they're open every day but Monday for lunch and dinner. Some of the best pizza I've ever had. Go to Pizza Spot. They also have subs, salads, and more. Tell them the Gambling Gourmet sent you. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, Even Keel Fish Shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, that's my spot. It's upscale food in a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. It's Mayo for Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you.
When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks, just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks. They're open every day but Tuesday. Go in there on a Wednesday. They got buy one, get one on cheesesteaks from 5 to 8 p.m. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 and the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, for tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6. The early bird special runs from 4:30 to 5:30, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you.
Welcome back. We're here at Burt and Max's in Delray Beach, and we're having a fantastic time. We sat down with Chef John, and he introduced some of the new menu items. And now here we are with, is it the general manager?
Yes.
Manager,
Steve,
Steve,
managing partner,
better known as Buddha. I guess you have some
in common
history.
degenerate circles, he's known as Buddha. But
And you're in the right place because,
Yeah.
Defo, you know. Me, you might not know, I'm a food critic, but also they call me the gambling gourmet because I do like to dabble in the, with a bet or two here or there. I play poker. I play
Very
the
nice.
horses.
if it wasn't for bad luck, he wouldn't have any luck at all. That's the way we're looking at it.
listen, I would not don't want to say degenerate. I like a couple horses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, if you only like two, that's not a degenerate. If you if you bet every race at every track across the country, my nickname
the number
used to
is 888 admitted. My
Yeah.
mother used to leave that on my answering machine as her return number.
yes.
I think if you know where Horseshoe is or Parks,
Yeah.
then you may be.
Then you're a degenerate. That could be a
If you've
degenerate.
been
Yeah.
to Prairie Meadows, you may be a degenerate.
If you
and that's
back wheel
me.
a favorite at Thistle
That's me.
Downs,
Right.
you may be a degenerate.
Not
Yes.
only have I been to Prairie Meadows, I hit the late double there, then went up to the poker room and took all those Iowans.
If you know where Prairie Meadows is,
separated them from
you're
their
a
cash,
degenerate.
right
Yeah.
outside
Yes.
of Des Moines. Or
There you
Des
go. There you
Moines.
go. Perfect location.
or the late pick four at any track.
Yeah.
But you've been here for a while at Burt and Max's,
Yes.
and just tell us a little bit, like your history with. I guess you've worked with the great Burt.
I've worked
Rappaport
with Burt for many years. Outside of college, I hate to date myself. Back in '91 at Max's Grill, when Meisner Park was still up and coming, and it was a classic restaurant then. It's still a classic
Oh
restaurant
yeah,
now.
it's still
Max's Grill.
endured. It's
Been
incredible.
around for a long time.
Yeah.
Worked with him at Max's Grill, and I worked with. We opened up a bunch of Prezo restaurants, and in one of the falls, one in Aventura and Lomas Plaza.
I used to go to one in Aventura all the
Yeah,
time.
it's
It was great.
great restaurant. Had a U-shaped bar. It was amazing.
Mhm.
The pizza oven behind it, and then eventually opened up a place called the Astor Place in the Hotel Astor.
Yep.
In the mid '90s when South Beach started
Was
coming
Johnny
along.
V
Johnny
there?
Johnny V
Johnny
was
V.
Johnny V was the chef. Yes, we had an amazing. That may have been the top 1 or 2 restaurants opening. Classic.
I loved going down there.
Everything.
And that was before South Beach really
Yes,
became
that was-
overwhelmed with.
Yeah, there was like 5 restaurants. It was us, China Grill, Nemo,
News Campaign, was that one of the
News Cap-
originals?
right?
And a fish called Avalon.
That's true. Something like that.
And Delano was
Well,
open back
Joe's
then.
was there
Yeah.
too.
Right.
course.
Joe's,
was
of
the one
course.
and only.
Delano was open back
Yeah.
then. So
That's
and then at some point worked at Prime Italian years ago with Miles and Prime on 12 and
Yeah,
all that good stuff.
now you're back.
I call that the LeBron years I worked there.
Okay.
Good time to work there.
Yeah.
And then this was opening. We open now.
It's been
in
open
10
since
years.
what, 13 or?
2013.
Yeah, so 10
Supposed
year
to be
anniversary.
2012. Yes.
Yeah.
So I got with Burt again to open this place up.
and
So
it's really a handsome place. I mean,
Yeah.
if you could describe a restaurant as being handsome, I mean,
well,
you got the-
we've the designer or they did things here where you can probably put this restaurant anywhere. So everything in here is kind of reclaimed or redone. The floors from an old barn, reclaimed. The walls in front of you, reclaimed barn doors. The wood on the ceiling and around you is also reclaimed. the brick around the front of the restaurant, Chicago brick, all reclaimed. The table you're on, and also the bar is a full oak tree.
Nice.
So one long oak tree and then all the stuff in here is all custom done. So it's a very cool look.
Gorgeous spot. And you were saying, obviously in season when the weather is a bit cooler, the outdoor area is packed.
Everybody wants
every
to sit
night.
outside. Yes, the outdoors is the place to be. I got a good amount of seats outside, and it kind of got us through COVID because we have a big patio. And when people were like, "Hey, we're no way I'm sitting outside," and to this day, you still get people who say, "No way I'm sitting inside." But we also, Delray's a lot of dog lovers, so we get a good amount of people coming with their dogs. And
Keep those on the outside.
Yes.
It's one of.
We have a dog menu.
Right.
To
Okay.
give them.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. And the people that come with dogs and see a dog menu are ecstatic. And they
what's on the dog menu? Just out of
literally,
the bone-in ribeye.
No, it's a salmon and with rice and vegetables.
Oh,
salmon.
Or a burger with the rice and vegetables, and a piece of chicken, rice and vegetables. And
That's
it comes out like like in a to-go container, and they love it.
That's it. You got to make those dog lovers happy because
they're
take
happy.
their
Has the
pooches
dog ever
everywhere.
sent anything back and said, "Could you put a little more fire in this?"
Funny you say that. In an area where,
What about tipping? Yeah.
Well, it's funny you say that in an area where is anything okay?
Yeah.
Right. But I did have a dog one day. The lady said the carrots were too hard for him. I'm like, I can't make that up.
It's a dog.
Yes, the carrots were too hard. She says, I took it off the check. I'm like, okay.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Now I've heard
What
it
about
all.
if they ask for extra sauce or anything? Do you have to put
whatever
a
the dog
surcharge on
wants,
that?
they get. They're the dogs are kings. You know that.
We're with managing partner Steve Buddha. Buddha, we'll call him.
Buddha, it's fine.
At Burt and Max's, we're talking about, I guess, this brings us to the Let's Eat South Florida topic of the day. This is the food group that I help run. Has 100. I think we're about 112,000 today.
You picked up 1,000 since yesterday. Unbelievable.
Wow. And the group is a little nutty, but you can get some really good.
I've made some comments and gotten some comments back.
All good.
It's okay. It's okay.
And
there's a right-wing faction there that Mike is particularly upset about.
You need bulletproof skin sometimes because they will they'll lob those shells all day long, incoming. But the topic of the day, and I just want to ask what your guys' policy is. I'm not asking for any comment from you, but people who want to bring their own birthday cakes to a restaurant that already serves desserts and cakes. What's your policy? Do you allow it? Do you charge a surcharge?
We allow.
Mm-hmm.
B, if they let us know in advance, we let them know it's a $10. We just charge $10 to cut it.
Flat fee.
$10. $10, one number, very easy.
Do you get any grief for that $10 fee? Okay.
No, but if they think twice about it, we're gonna bring cupcakes. So all right. So if you're gonna go that far and pass out cupcakes, I'm not charging. Right, but I don't think it's a make or break. Now that we do get a lot of groups for lunch that tend to be on a budget, and we have this kind of a lunchbox where it comes with a drink, soda, iced tea, and it's $12 or $13 items, and they will get that maybe during the day with the large group. And if they don't, that's when $10 cake fee is usually
might set some people off.
So it seems fair though, because what if you bring your own key lime pie and you cut it in 8 slices?
And let me ask you this: I mean, you have a dessert menu, right?
So we have desserts.
You offer cakes.
Yeah, we have desserts, but I don't have a cake to put in front of somebody.
But I mean, if it's somebody's birthday and they don't bring their own cake and they have a big group, do you then comp the birthday person's
well, it's
dessert?
not like a policy we comp it, but if someone comes in and mentions that they have a birthday and nobody has the wherewithal to ahead of time say, hey, let's get this dessert for it's her birthday.
Right.
Yes, I try to get the service
you get a little
it's her
candle.
birthday, put a candle on dessert, and I'll take care of it.
And that to me is the proper thing to do. Though I'm a ball buster, I would ask for the driver's license ID and make sure it is the actual birthday.
Particularly embarrassing if it turns out it's not your birthday.
Well, then that's on them, isn't it? But no, obviously you guys are.
At the end of the day, we want to make everybody happy.
Right.
That's
the key here. Rappaport Restaurant Group Burt is one of those class guys that he's not gonna,
I'm not gonna worry about someone's dessert. I'd rather you be happy and walk out here, get a great time,
and tell all your friends
and
come on back.
100%.
No, the reason I asked because this was at a kind of fancier restaurant in Fort Lauderdale, Holly Blue, that just opened about a year and a half ago in an old church, and it's a frou-frou place, and I guess this was like a party of 5 or 8, and it seemed like they didn't ask in advance that they show up with the cake, and then they would it was a $40 fee. And now you're making a face, but this is like an upscale place. But 40, and it set off this whole ruckus of like, oh, that's ridiculous. They should be ashamed of themselves.
Look, I'm all for charge what you need to charge, but just let them know what you're charging. So they have the ability to say, I don't want it or I want it.
Right.
That it's like here,
communication is the key.
You got stone crabs on your menu. Yep. Oh, I ordered stone crabs, and it says on my bill, but it says $60. I only got one claw. I told you it was market price, or if you didn't, or
two scariest words in the English.
Two very ugly.
Well, no, but
ugly words,
again, the place I worked in previously, if you didn't tell them the price, then you're probably going to eat it because you need to tell someone the price. I don't care where you are.
Right.
$100 a head.
Nobody likes
$20
surprises.
Yes.
And nobody likes a gotcha game.
Yes. Even with not to interrupt you. Even with cheese on a burger, like they might assume it's free, but it's not free. It's just let you know it's $1 more.
Right.
Most people, it's okay. Some people are like, oh, you never told me. Well, it's on the menu. It says $1 on the menu. But I get the people say,
I didn't think you were going to charge.
Right. Exactly.
Well, when it comes to that cake and that place, I mean, it's really kind of like on the higher end of the pricing scale. And to me, it's the same thing as corkage. Like, you don't come into a restaurant with your own bottle of wine when the restaurant has a wine list and expect not to pay anything.
Correct.
Corkage fee is because they have to open the bottle, bring you the glasses. They'll eventually have to wash the glasses
we
and
sell
serve
wine.
the wine.
And
same thing with the cake.
They're not selling you the wine.
Bring the cake in the back, cut the cake, put it on plates,
So
have it
wash the
served
plates.
to you, wash the plates.
Yes.
So I don't even mind in that spot a $40 fee because you know what? Just if you want a cake, have that at home. And if you want to have a restaurant birthday meal, you have the desserts that are offered at the restaurant. And when I go to Cafe Seville, I don't want to bring my own cake. I want to have a piece of that beautiful Tres Leches cake that Joey makes and stick a candle in it and sing happy birthday to me. And I'm one fat happy birthday.
You're happy
boy.
with a cupcake.
Oh,
though.
you ask ahead of time, or they tell you ahead of time. This is the deal.
Yeah.
Quick story, real quick. Guest at the table calls me over. 3 people. Guy shows me his check. His burger. It says no tomato, no onion, no pickles, no this, no that, no this. Cheese $1. He's like, what's going on over here? I'm like, sir, just because you don't have all these things doesn't mean I don't charge you for the cheese.
Yeah,
the cheese is still $1. The fact you don't want these things, that's not the substitution.
Did you tell him next time get the lettuce, tomato, onion, and bring a little baggie?
Wait, I've had people take the lettuce, tomato, and onion, make a salad out of it, and still had the burger. So
and ask for free dressing.
All right. Speaking of burgers, here we are.
Are you gonna do it?
You've got to run.
What do you think? Has anybody done this?
Yes.
Eating this in one?
Well,
it's not push it down and you eat it.
Well, I mean, you push it down. He wants to see if I could get my mouth around the whole
before
thing.
he pushes that down.
And I'm going to kind of squish it.
There you go.
Like a flat iron press there.
All right.
And it's done on a griddle, too.
Oh,
so
okay. A little bit of...
is that cheating?
Jeffrey Barry Bonds, technique there. No doubt about it.
Here we go. Look at that.
All right, here we go. I got to get out of the way.
Is it okay if I do like the boil and just take the tip of the bacon
watch out.
first?
Watch out, Buddha.
I had to give a little circumcision to the bacon.
That's nothing.
And now I'm going to go in.
You got to bite it over there.
Hold on.
Here we go.
All right. Hold on. I got to put the microphone up.
That would help, yeah.
In some
Unbelievable. This is his TikTok performance for the day. We would go ahead and do a little play-by-play, but we're overwhelmed.
Give a napkin. Give a
Thank
napkin.
God your daughter isn't watching this.
You got it.
Natalia, did you see this? Unbelievable.
Yeah. And listen, it takes 2 hands, takes 2 napkins. That's what it takes.
That was not even his best effort, I don't think. That was even too much for you.
Listen, he's a champ. I know for sure.
No doubt about it.
He's done this once or twice. I can see it in his eyes.
That's a good burger.
He's flipped out a few managers of restaurants.
Perfectly to medium rare, I believe.
And it's been sitting for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's
yeah.
And I'm a guy.
What do you think of the combination there, Michael?
It's great.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a guy that's usually a burger minimalist. I usually don't like to overload a burger with toppings, maybe 2. But it all works. You got bacon and egg. It's got breakfast. You got a salad, so it's like my Weight Watchers meal, and you got a great burger in the middle. So
I never heard the Weight Watchers meal before, but that's great.
It's got everything all in one. It's a good burger.
Fantastic. Yeah,
that's a good burger.
Buddha, thanks, man.
Beautiful job.
You guys are doing it here. The new summer items, the standards,
big hit,
old favorites. My daughter is not paying
attention.
That
prime rib sandwich was really, really excellent too.
Good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And we're going to dig into that new
just
shrimp and chicken quesadilla.
I've been doing this for years, just like you guys have been doing it for years, and I appreciate and listen and watch and read and do all those things with you guys on a weekly or when I can basis. But
all right, and we got Saratoga opening tomorrow. And all you need is 1 or 2 winners. doesn't make you a degenerate.
The
Just
spa's
Watch out
open
for those
tomorrow.
shippers from Finger Lakes.
that's right.
The Finger Lake shippers at
Finger
Toga.
Lake
Yes.
Where the Finger Lake
Big
shippers.
prices, my friend.
That's
Big
awesome.
prices.
Engleharts. The
Shipper food.
Engleharts have gone mainstream, but they used to ship in from Finger Lakes. Chris Engelhart.
Have you been up to Toga?
I need to go, and I haven't been. I'm upset that I've never been.
Never?
I got a couple friends that have houses up there.
Oh wow! Yeah, you
Interesting
gotta go.
dining scene. Interesting dining scene. What
I-
do you
Do
say?
yourself a favor and get up there.
Yeah.
It's a bucket list thing. I used to go every year. I made it back there two summers ago. It was the first time in like 20 years, and it was so fantastic. It was beautiful to be back there.
I had a friend that went and saw Dead and Company up there a couple
yeah.
weeks ago at the auditorium, and he said it was amazing. Unfortunately, the horses weren't running, and so I couldn't go. So
There
Was
you
the
go.
harness track open at least? So you could get
No,
some
they have a
nighttime
slot
action?
casino, Racino out there too.
well, I appreciate you guys coming out.
Hey,
Thank you very
thanks. This is
much.
fantastic.
All
Absolutely.
good.
Everything.
Thanks for feeding us.
Very good.
Keep up the great work, and we'll see you again soon down the road. We'll
All
be
right.
back
Yeah,
here
yeah, please.
at Burt and Max's.
Please, thank you so much.
Meanwhile, we'll also be back.
And say hello to our buddy the Greek.
Yes, of
after-
course. The Greek. He would have been here, except for the fact that he's got a show going on until 2:00. So
that's
otherwise, he would have definitely been here.
Got to keep him honest. Got to keep him working a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Otherwise,
needs to keep working.
Yeah.
He definitely needs to keep working.
Right.
Right.
Good. Hey, let me put in a good word about our friends over at Delray Chicken and Seafood Market, and it's in Hollywood. Thanks, Buddha. It's at 4191 North State Road 7, right across from the old classic Seminole Casino. There's a big chicken on the roof, so you can't miss it when you're driving down the road. I mean, how many places have a big chicken on the roof? Delaware does.
It's easy to find. All you have to do is follow the cars, man, because they
Yeah.
come in there as if
They're
driven by
streaming.
magnetic
Exactly.
force.
It's
and
like
I'm
Defo to the
looking
track.
forward to it because a week from tomorrow we're going to be doing a monthly visit with them, and they've already sent me the menu. They're so
I know.
organized
I
there.
love it.
We are going to be spotlighting fresh summer fish and seafood. I forget what exactly is on the menu. I think we're going to get a little grilled swordfish.
Nice.
and
Defo
some
enjoys
shrimp.
that.
And we're going to be talking about, but not eating any of the Florida spiny lobster because the commercial season doesn't begin until I believe it's like August 4th.
Oh, okay.
After the mini season when all the divers go in and go crazy and then
That's a good
things
thing,
start
though.
happening.
Yeah.
But Delaware is your home for the freshest in seafood, fish, poultry, along with steaks and all kinds of other great meats. You go in there and you just can't help but be impressed by the full selection, the cleanliness, and the efficiency of the operation. They've got plenty of counter help. And people that have been there for years, they, if you're a regular, they'll get to know you and your usual ordering, and they'll take great care of you, just like Doug Carter and crew does with us. So again, DelawareChicken.com. That's the website. Go on there for your weekly specials and your daily offerings. DelawareChicken.com. Better yet, go into the store itself. Open 7 days a week. You get all the details online. DelawareChicken.com. We'll see you there next Thursday.
I think you have to go out the door here with the bumper with another bite of that thing. No, what do you think, my man?
I think,
I don't know,
you're trying to kill me. Don't
one
you
more-
want to
one
keep
more-
the
one more
lunchbox
good one.
going?
Do it for Natalia here.
Natalia hasn't picked her head up.
No, I want you to get a picture of this if you can.
What
Here,
the
this is.
hell's
Hang
going
on
on
here.
with
Let me get out of the way.
If I do the bacon,
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Come on, do one good one. Here, the Mayo special. There it is.
Man.
All right, coming back with more. By the time we get back, he'll have finished that bite in a moment.
Beach Cafe. It's a South Florida landmark, and it's one happy restaurant right on the water. Tables literally on the beach. A place where you could dip your toes in the sand, kick back, relax with island vibes, tropical drinks, and live music daily. You know it. It's at One Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea. And of course, it has Chef Chris Nealon and his famed Caribbean Floridian cuisine with a huge menu with something for everyone. Seafood, raw bar, conch fritters, burgers, sandwiches, salads, deli specials, and of course, that famous Bimini bread. They've got a great staff that'll take great care of you. There's something to celebrate every day. Open 7 days until late. Parking available on site. Happy hour weekdays 4 to 7 p.m. Go check out more at ArubaBeachCafe.com. Better yet, go in there yourself at Aruba Beach Cafe. Good food, drinks, friends, and laughter are always the catch of the day. When people come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Do you like burgers? Do you like wings? Do you like late night food and sports on big screen TVs and cold beer and friendly vibe and great people? Then you want to check out Shenanigans, 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Go to Shenanigans, you get yourself all the good stuff, the fresh fish every day, the black and grilled wings, and of course the kitchens are open late. Go there, tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you.
We're back on the Lunchbox. We're at Burt and Max's. Man, I'm chowing down on that farmhouse burger. Like I said, I don't usually like a kitchen
It
sink
looks
burger.
cooked perfectly, though.
It's
I mean,
cooked
it really
perfectly,
does. Yeah.
good beef, well seasoned, and man, all those toppings on and below, it's great.
And that's 100% medium rare. I know you
Yeah,
couldn't
it's good.
tell
No, it's
because you've eaten
I didn't
it
even
like a
tell them.
child. But
When they said they're going to be bringing out food, they didn't ask how you want the burger cooked. I guess they read my mind and they know a critic is not going to want it well done. It came out perfectly.
Yeah, it's
so
perfect.
thanks to Buddha, thanks to Chef John, thanks to all the folks here at Burt and Max's and the Rappaport's restaurant group. We're going to have a very fruitful fall with them. We're going to be doing all kinds of
That Deck
things.
84 was impressive, and this is equally impressive in another way. I mean, different menu. Chef John, I mean, the way he explained everything, he's really into it, which you always love to see. And everything is so tasty,
Deck
and so
84
beautifully presented.
is more of the coastal vibe. It's right on the
like on the
intercoastal,
water, yeah.
and the burger's attacking me now. But again, they've revamped the menu now. They have some of the Caribbean.
I don't know how you survived this show. I mean, how many years do we have total
Well,
on
and
this
the
show?
Well, what's the over under, Defo?
Yeah.
How many
Yeah,
more
I
years
I don't know
do
if we
I
can
have
make
left?
it another year if you continue like this.
You keep goading me on. Hey, take another bite.
That's the
Take
problem.
Because
another bite.
it's a
Embrace it.
phenomenon. I mean, if you're going to entertain, you have to use whatever skills you have, or
This is
you
mad
know,
skills,
sort of
baby.
entertainment quotient, and I think that is among the most entertaining things I could imagine
Did
on a
I-
food show. A sophisticated food critic
Yeah.
who can eat like that.
Just not only that, I got schmutz on the shirt now. I
It's like
got
Hank Goldberg
blue on the shirt. Supposed to be wearing this shirt the rest of the day. I've got
Hank used
things
to always
do.
wear those nice suits, and he had like all these dress shirts, but then he would take the jacket off during the show, and I was always eating during the show, and he always had like the proverbial mustard stain, of the ink stain wretch that most
Do you
people
think his
perceive
dry
sportscasters
cleaners
to be.
did like they rolled their eyes every time he walked up?
No,
It's
they
like,
knew. They tried to guess what restaurant he was at.
Oh,
It was
Chinese
probably
mustard.
Burton Jack's back in the day. Yeah.
It's
Wow.
ketchup. That must have been the.
Yeah, it was
the,
a classic. Yeah, that's
French
for sure.
fries at.
Yeah.
Well,
Good
so
old-
one thing I appreciate about Burt here, a lot of the places we've dealt with, like especially this, it's not a franchise; they're separate restaurants, but it's under one banner.
Right. He's got five.
We talked about another place, and we know that group as well, and they opened up a place that we are leaving nameless that did Southern whatever,
Right.
and they're opening up places as under a banner.
Right.
With a nice vibe, a nice build out, all those things. But the food, it feels like they was sort of, I don't know if it was the last train of thought they had, but it felt like they put a lot more into the customer service was great and the presentation was great and the build out was great, but it felt like the food was sort of lacking. Look, so far 2 for 2, it feels like they put food at both Deck 84 in here right there. Flavor as much as they care about the build out, as much as they care about the customer service, they realize people want to enjoy what they're eating
and
as
to
well.
be
And I
fair,
appreciate
that other place that you're mentioning, it just opened up. It's still less than 2
I get it.
months
We're at
old.
12, we're at 10
Need
years,
to have
11 years here. That's
Sometimes you get some
That's true.
tweaks. You got to give a place 6 months, even
That's
to
true.
get the food and the preparation and some of the recipes. And sometimes they tweak the formula and the dishes. So I'm
why I'm
not.
leaving them
That's
nameless.
why
I
we're
don't
leaving
wanna throw
them
them under the
nameless
bus.
because it's too soon.
Yes.
To
And I wasn't
issue-
here 10 years ago. But
Right.
I feel like from what we've seen with Burt, and again, I'm not saying they shortchanged
They care
anything.
about food. Yes.
It feels like the detail they put into things is impressive, and I appreciate it, even though they've been around and they own tons of restaurants. And you see sometimes the food quality or the taste sort of suffer because they've done all these other things.
Well,
it isn't here, and I appreciate that.
Now, if you haven't noticed, this is a very competitive market up here,
Yeah.
especially, the Delray, Boca areas. And like Buddha himself said, a lot of clientele here is tough.
Yeah.
You walk up to the
Yeah.
table, it's the old Catskills joke. He just said, is anything okay? And so when you're dealing with that, you got to raise your game and make sure you're putting out some quality products. They do that here. I want to just bring up some of their summertime specials that they have here at Burt and Max's. First of all, here at the marketplace, it could be a little challenging to find a parking spot. Sometimes you got to go in the back, but they do have valet service, and it is free valet for those who are dining here.
That's good to know.
For lunchtime. Again, all you got to do.
Had I known that, I wouldn't have waited for that lady that took a half hour to get out of the space.
Backing up,
Even though there were no
bit.
cars in
Like
the
on the other
area,
side
the
of the-
vicinity. Yeah.
For lunch hours from 11:30 to 3 p.m. All you got to do is present your Burt and Max's receipt to the valet stand on your way out. And there is no charge for the valet.
that's cool.
That's
Probably
great.
should throw them a couple bucks for the tip.
Well,
I would think at
because
least
they're
a
not
bin.
working
Yeah,
for-
sure.
they're not here working for their health. They're those
Well,
valet
I saw a guy
attendants.
running by here. He's schwitzing, and they look
Oh
like
yeah, it's a big shopping
Carl
center.
Lewis. I mean,
It's a
having a
little
race to
bit
get the
hot
car.
out there. Some of the other specials. Today is Wednesday, right?
Yes.
Right up my alley. Half price off all bourbon, rye, and Scotch whiskey.
Oh, nice.
And again, I don't know if that includes the drinks like the Manhattans. I'll have to clarify that with the appropriate parties. But it says half off all bourbon, rye, and Scotch, so that's a good deal. I love that. Saturday and Sunday, there's a brunch menu and brunch sips. There's daily happy hour. That's from 6:30 at the bar. I'm sorry, it's from opening, so that'd be now until 6:30 at the bar in the High Tops. That's up toward the front here, and that
Okay, because I think they do on lunch hours and they do evening hours. So, what happy hour included in lunch hours? I feel like we need to make sure that's right because
all right,
who does happy hour at lunch? Which would be great. I would love a lunch happy hour, but I'm not sure.
maybe it's the opening of the dinner hours
because they open at
because they
4
do
again
have
for
lunch
dinner.
specials all day.
Exactly.
And
So it makes more sense
Buddha
that when
was
they open
mentioned,
for
yeah.
dinner, from that point to probably about 6:30 or so.
And every Sunday through Thursday night, you get half price off a bottle of wine with the purchase of an entree. That's a good
There
deal.
you go. That's great.
And also Monday through
What
Wednesday.
nights was that? I'll have to come up here though.
Every
Sunday through
night, but
Thursday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So
Oh, yeah.
Sunday
Yeah,
through
weekdays.
Thursday, the weeknights that you call it. And again, Monday through Wednesday, kids eat free with an adult entree purchase for
Wow.
children 12 and
Jeez.
under. So
Nice.
kids eating free. That is a nice bonus
That's huge.
for families, especially during summertime when school is off and they have mouths to feed and you don't feel like cooking every night.
Exactly.
Come on into Burt and Max's at Monday through Wednesday for the kids eat free
Nice.
under 12. That's a good deal. All right, so that's the Burt and Max's special. Getting back to I'm in agreement with the restaurant that maybe has a surcharge or even a hefty one for people who want to bring their own BYOBC birthday cake.
Yeah.
But what I don't really like is somebody on the Let's Eat group posted an experience at a place, an Italian place out in Weston, also one of these kind of mini regional chains that apparently the guy ordered a pasta dish. He likes extra sauce on it. The guy said, well, we don't put extra sauce on the kitchen prepares it to a certain specification each way. But if you want some extra sauce, I could bring some on the side for you.
Okay.
What the server neglected to mention is that when the final bill showed up, there was a charge for that extra sauce.
Okay, so there was an explanation and still no additional info about a charge. If you're going to explain it, wouldn't you then explain? Oh, by the way, there
you should say that, yeah, I could bring extra sauce in a side dish, but it's going to be $2.
Yeah, and
Now,
which is
and
on
if
me.
it's,
What was it? $3?
I don't know. I forget the details now, but to me, that's I side with the restaurant guest there saying that's kind of BS. That's a
little
ticky-tack
chintzy,
charge.
yeah.
Like if you ask for an extra meatball, obviously that's a hefty
There's
thing.
another
That's
situation
a charge.
though that occurs, and that is you want a side of pasta,
right?
And there have been occasions where you ask for a side of pasta, you're figuring it's going to be like $6 or whatever. You're not saying, hey, give it to me for nothing, but then it comes out and it's $29.95 because they charge you for like a regular pasta entree. Now that seems a bit exorbitant, doesn't it? When they don't tell you, hey, well, there is no side of pasta. You're going to have to order like a regular entree.
That's on the restaurant to declare or clarify.
And you should be able to get a little side of pasta if you order.
Yeah,
those dishes,
it
no?
depends.
I don't know why I just got possessed to like
Yeah, that
open
was
this
weird that
and
you did that.
eat.
I love that Defo.
Keep going. Yeah, keep going.
He just ate it with his hands, so he just took
I want a
piece
little
of bacon
breakfast. I
and
had a
egg.
little bite of bacon and egg. Very satisfying. I dropped my napkin, so I got to go.
Oh, while you're on the
You
ground,
don't need it. You got your shirt now.
Someone in the chat said they actually do happy hour open to 6:30.
Oh, great.
From like 11:30 to 3, 4 to 6:30.
I'm glad our audience is on
I
top of
appreciate
things.
that.
And
So thank
again,
you.
I'm
They
just
know more about the place that we're sitting at, which is great.
Well,
I'm
that's
going
good.
by the
It's a
sheet,
great
Even
place.
with your notes.
and the sheet said open
Yeah.
until 6:30.
I wanted
so
to make sure.
the
I
sheet
wanted to
was
clarify.
correct. where were we at? You were talking about. Oh yeah, so the side of
Charging
pasta.
for the side. This now.
And this is a theme that I commonly come up with, and communication.
That's it.
Communication.
That's what Buddha was saying.
Nobody likes surprises, and Buddha was saying it. If you explain to somebody that the stone crab, the market price, and they should say it right when they're rattling off the specials.
Yeah.
And don't be ashamed to ask for what the price of a special is or a market price item is before you order, because then you're not going to have any sticker shock or no surprises. And that server should have said, we don't have any side orders or half orders of pasta, like you said. All we have is a standard serving, and that would be $29. And you would say, you know what? Go stick it in your blowhole, and I'll just have
I'll go to the Olive Garden.
And Brian's making a joke. If you want extra sauce, go to Olive Garden. Look, here's the deal. To me, it depends on the sauce. If it's a standard like marinara, they have a vat of it. Okay.
Right.
I think they should proudly serve it. I mean, you like the sauce that much. Here's a little
if it's
more.
a bolognese of an Alfredo or of olive vodka, where they pretty much make it to order.
Right.
Then,
and it's containing meat and more specified.
That's
a clam sauce, obviously, if it's a clam sauce and it has
it's a
clams,
specialty sauce.
that costs money. That I understand. But again, be upfront and say, I can bring you a little bit extra, but it's going to be X amount of dollars.
Exactly.
And then everybody, might not be happy. They'll still bitch about the extra charge, but at least they told you about it in a timely manner.
I don't think you agree with me on this one. It's a matter of waiter and server protocol, though, where as they're mentioning the specials, I like when they include the price.
That's what Mayo was saying to do.
In other words, I have a lobster tail Thermidor at $59.95. It's unbelievable. It comes with asparagus.
Mayo was saying they should do that.
No, and don't be ashamed if they don't do it to say, how much is that lobster Thermidor special? Right. And then they tell you. What really sucks is when they tell you one price at the beginning of the meal, and then it shows up $20 higher at the end of the meal.
Because you asked for a side of pasta.
You know what a place that I love because it
you get your side dish when you get a meal.
You get your side dish.
To worry about
actually, I was going to go somewhere else. I was taking a detour before getting to Tropical Acres and how great they are, but it's not extra sauce. But if you go to a certain establishment and say, I want my 4-way wet, extra wet, that means extra chili, not even on the side, ladled on top.
Means they throw you a diaper.
They throw you a barf.
That's how your next bowel movement is going to be.
They don't charge you extra Skyline chili when you ask for a wet 4-way.
Trying to get rid of it.
At all at Skyline chili. What are you talking
trying to get rid of it here.
You guys are brutal. But as Lubie astutely picked up on, another place where they don't nickel and dime you, and where you get your salad included and your side dish included with your steak entree.
Side dishes. How about that?
Yeah. It's Tropical Acres Steakhouse, and we're going to be there at the end of the month. I can't wait to get in and sit down with Jack Studiali and his family, his sons Joe and Jackson, and talk about the whole history of the place and how they get it done every night. I mean, some of those busy weekends and those holidays, they're cranking out service after service, and they get everything right. And if it comes out that your steak is a little bit off, tell them about it. They'll correct it on the spot.
You never feel like you're being pushed out of there either.
No.
There's no hustle, going
it's like
on.
old school. It's like a European vibe where they just let you do your thing.
That is the key phrase. They take great care of their customers and guests. They are not looking to squeeze every last penny from you. They want you happy. They want you satisfied. They want you to come back. They want you to tell your friends. And that's why they are friends of the Lunchbox show, because I've been going there for years and touting its virtues. You get that prime rib, the twin lobster special for $39, 2 of those Maine lobsters steamed off whole, and you can eat them. Have one, split it with your dining partner, have a little bit of surf and turf, get a filet mignon with it. It's all great. Tropical Acres, they also have a butcher shop where you can go in, and Jack was telling me the butcher shop, even though COVID is over, they still do steady business.
They have great quality meat.
People come running in every weekend because they love those pre-cut fillets. They're so barrel cut, beautiful. You throw those babies right on the grill, you get yourself a perfect, easy grilled at home dinner. Tropical Acres, 2500 Griffin Road in Dania Beach, just west of 95. They're open every day but Sunday, and tell them the Lunchbox sent you.
Do you have room for that shrimp roll, by the way? I don't think you've tried that.
It's great. I left you guys since Natalia didn't seem to want to eat it all. She's the anti-Mayo.
I got to get a little bite of quesadilla. I thought
your daughter's not helping at all. I thought she was going to help out.
Yeah,
she has an empty plate.
She's your daughter.
And we also wanted her to witness you with the child's plate that you have at the end of every meal that we do on the show.
Yeah.
But you haven't really done that.
Well, that child's plate burger right there.
All right, we're going to come back and finish this one up here from Burt and Max's in Delray Beach in a moment.
Want great Italian food in a beautiful beachfront setting? Have I got the place for you? Casa Calabria at the Ocean Manor Resort, 4040 Galt Ocean Drive in Fort Lauderdale. Highly rated across all the restaurant review platforms and totally Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved. Delicious, authentic Southern Italian food in a cozy dining room overlooking the Atlantic. Live music in the lounge, full bar, and a great wine list. Owner Frank Talrico takes great pride in his family recipes from his native Calabria. Fresh fish and seafood, veal, house-made pastas, and marinara sauces smooth as silk. You gotta try the imported meats and cheeses on the antipasta platters, and don't miss that ricotta gnocchi. Fluffy little pillows straight from heaven. Casa Calabria, open for dinner Tuesday through Sunday, closed on Mondays. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. This August, Visit Lauderdale invites everyone under the sun to indulge in the annual Dine Out Lauderdale promotion. This year's options will be more diverse than ever, with fine dining restaurants, casual eateries, and even your favorite cafes and ice cream parlors part of the mix. From August 1st through 31st, scores of restaurants will be offering multi-course meals at discounted prices starting at just $45 per person. Diners can also enjoy sweets and treats, brunches, happy hour specials, and exclusive culinary experiences. This year's lineup includes 3030 Ocean, Foxy Brown, and Lasso Gaucho in Fort Lauderdale, Even Keel Fish Shack and Aruba Beach Cafe in Lauderdale by the Sea, Cafe Max in Pompano, The Cook and the Cork in Coral Springs, Union Kitchen and Bar in Wilton Manors, and more. Restaurants are being added by the day. For the full Dine Out Lauderdale lineup and all the details, go to dineoutlauderdale.com.
All right, we're back on the Lunchbox, and we're going to wrap it up real quick today. We're at Burt and Max's. We had a great time. I stuffed my face on the farmhouse burger. I just had a bite of that shrimp roll. It's kind of their take. Instead of using lobster, they use shrimp. They chop it up. They have the Old Bay flavoring. That's a winner. I love that.
The bread that they've used on all of these various things that have bread involved. I don't know. I didn't try
Cusano's is a good
But it's like a
local
sweetness. There's like a slight
really
sweetness.
good. I mean, the
Good
bread
stuff.
was a perfect compliment with that shaved.
And I always talk to people on the group about, proper situational awareness, and that if a restaurant is busy and they need your table, don't linger. And apparently there's a huge party that surprised Buddha, and he needs the table. So we're going to get out of here. We're going to just go on the road, and tomorrow we're going to be at Gilbert's 17th Street Grill in Fort Lauderdale.
Another burger challenge.
Another burger I'll be stuffing my face with. Maybe tomorrow I should have. They have this grilled ahi tuna, like an Asian slaw.
Are you kidding me?
None of that's happening.
It's called
Know
Gilbert
how to
73
order correctly, Mike
burgers.
Mayo. You're in a burger joint, get a burger.
It's
That's
called,
the
actually,
ahi
technically,
tuna.
Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. They don't specify
okay.
the burgers.
Fine.
They have all kinds of great items.
Oh, we don't know what they're well known for.
Of course,
Come on.
burgers. I'll have another one tomorrow. Why
Yeah.
not? Why not? Try
Probably
to kill
have
me.
several, yeah.
Let's see. We'll have the last longer bet. Me versus Defo.
Oh, Jesus.
He's 72. I'm 57, going on 88. Got the cholesterol of 100.
You're more of a shot fighter at this point, although you're coming back around. You're starting to enjoy yourself again, which is good.
I always enjoy myself,
Yeah.
my
That's
friend.
sort of the problem.
Sometimes I enjoy
You were a
myself
little
by
sullen there for a period of time. And then,
sometimes I enjoy myself by being miserable. People just have to understand that.
I think that's a standard, thing that people have observed on the show.
That's it. All right,
All
we're
right,
out of
very
here.
good, man. Great
Thanks
stuff
for tuning in.
all the
Come
way.
on up
Wow.
to Burt and Max's in Delray, right off the turnpike. Easy to find. And we'll see everybody tomorrow. Enjoy everything. And enjoy every burger. I lost the bone.